Dude, the helmet is it's so much easier, man. It's so much better, and it's so much more intuitive. And then you have NVGs built into it. You get the DAS built into it. Again, you got to cross the bridge 6 months. Once you cross that bridge, there really is no going back, man. It is so much. It's so much easier, but it's also like very, very easy, very intuitive. It's not hard. It's more just your resistance to change. But once you get it, you're like, oh, this is good living, man.
16, 15,000.
Technical question here, which I'm curious about, since you again go from the Raptor with a HUD to the F-35 and its magical helmet. I mean, this is just some curiosity. Like, what was that like, and how different? I mean, obviously you got used to it, I'm sure,
Yeah,
but yeah, you want a HUD or you want a helmet? What do you want?
you want a helmet. Yeah, it's super
Oh, okay.
intuitive. Yeah, you don't want a HUD, man. Picture the view in the Viper without a HUD. It's already the best view in
Yeah.
the world, and now you're like that little thing. Like, not. It's the helmet, like everything. People have asked me like, what was it like going from the Hornet to the Viper with the side stick? And I'm like, it took about 15 seconds. It's
Yeah.
just so intuitive. It's so easy that it really something you think would be really difficult really wasn't. Now, I'm getting a little bit off topic, but there are some funny things about Hornet and Viper. So I was dual qualled, which meant I flew them both at the same time. There were times at Top Gun, I'd finish a Hornet ride, I'd get out of my jet on the flight line, and I'd have my Viper harness in my helmet bag. I'd walk across the flight line and get into a Viper and take off. Like,
America.
good living, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But there was like this. I think it's called negative transfer, if I remember the term. And one of the things I remember very specifically, like the seat switch in the Hornet is by your bottom left, kind of by your left thigh, and the canopy switch in your Hornet is on your right side, like underneath the canopy sill. If I'm not mistaken, it's like I think the canopy switch in the Viper is on your left side, and the seat switch is on your right side. So like little things like, oh, I want to raise and lower the seat. You like if you're in your Hornet brain, you might go for the canopy switch. Little things like that. There was always these things I was fighting against of these muscle memory habitual things that you couldn't help but revert to. And the Hornet Viper at the same time, mostly the same, but dude, the differences were like it would slow you down. Like, am I touching the canopy switch here as I'm trying to move
Yeah.
the seat? Little
Yeah.
things. The helmet is super, super intuitive. Like, it takes once it's fitted and it's all good to go. But because looking for certain information is in the HUD, I would find myself looking forward to get information that could be available to me looking up because my
Yeah.
habit had been my entire career is coming back to the HUD. Because you know this with Jahemics, we'd get cool stuff, but you would lose stuff looking off bore sight, and so you'd have to come back. It's still kind of true in and when you bring the helmet back to the front, it gives you a more of a heads up-ish display. But it had more than enough to not have to do that. I would find myself coming back inside the cockpit unnecessarily over and over again until you started to build that habit. Once you got used to everything that was there and when it was there, and it varied from looking forward to looking sideways, dude, the helmet it's so much easier, man. It's so much better, and it's so much more intuitive. And then you have NVGs built into it. You get the DAS built into it. Again, you got to cross the bridge 6 months. Once you cross that bridge, there really is no going back, man. It is so much. It's so much easier, but it's also like very, very easy, very intuitive. It's not hard. It's more just your resistance to change. But once you get it, you're like, oh, this is good living, man.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I was like, man, obviously I'm thinking the Jahemics, obviously Q and a 9X. I mean, that's probably the bread and the butter most of the
Yeah.
time there. But like, how much information was I really processing with airspeed and altitude? I was probably going through the floor and it was just right there. I kept looking to the side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%, 100%. Yeah.
So yeah, no big deal. Interesting. Well, I know too, like, obviously, I mean, that helmet, it does seem like it's magical. And I imagine there's a lot of science and technology and math that goes into making that happen. So it is impressive to see. Yeah. And the MVGs alone too. If like, I can just not have these things or switching it out. The biggest moment for me was like, if it was one of those night turn day sorties in Iraq
Yeah,
and you're like,
yeah.
all right, I got to get my Jahemics on and like not bend one of these pins and cost, $15,000 or $20,000 or whatever it was, just
Yeah.
just
Or
as
pray
wild.
your
So
MVG batteries didn't die. Like I'm gonna swap out
yeah,
MVG batteries.
honestly, the biggest thing for me was the lip light and the mask. I mean, not having a lip light at night, and I remember it was actually at Nellis. What do we do? Oh, on departure, my lip light goes out, and I'm flying with my buddy Menace. I'm number two. And I'm like, this night is going to be terrible, on the radio. And he's like, what's up? I'm like, my lip light just went out. He's like, well, it can't get any worse from here. And then they switch to the
Oh
north
God.
recovery, like a 3 arrival. So you have to do that, crazy. Oh my gosh, this thing can't get any worse. But
Well, in the
lip
canopy
light.
boat on the Hornet, there's a little light that you can move and shine on your lead board. So there's one
So you
upside
got
to a canopy boat.
put them in everything we got. That's why I need that lip light.